some of it is I didn't put the emphasis in. Say they're all. I'll say they're all even. Oh wait, some of them are. Say they're all. Some of the stats won't take unless it's completely. We'll run with it though. And I can season stuff. You need those numbers? Yeah, but I think I have the voice note. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I have nothing to lose at the end. Oh, here, here. All right, so these are the. These are all the player stats. Player stats stuff. I mean, you can run anything. Yeah, it's all this stuff. Hey, Baylor's save percentage is 83-1. She's really very complicated. Some teams don't have shots right now. It's there. It's like in the game, I thought like a huge period of time. Those guys probably 70. Yeah, but we get like okay, so they're this one makes figure things. So they do, but here's the issue: like when I look at the game basis, like they're and that's not there. That's not always there at all. Like now, like last game, for example, uh, okay, I don't have the worst quality, but yeah, that game was terrible because they got so we took 75 shots and they took 25. Like and but their save percentage for the game for Toledo was still 89 very good. Close to yeah, yeah. So many shots. No, no. We're talking about the Flint game. Like, he didn't face that many drops. So that's it's the same thing again. It's only 22. Yeah, so like he did a good job, like 3 goals and 3. That's not bad, but like numbers, like I don't know. For me, I want to be above 9, which is all right. You want to be above 9. The games like we had last week. Exactly. It's not. It's not. Well, we know some. I'm happy with what you're doing. Yeah. Very well. Some goals you should have had, but that's not. That's the nature of the game. Yeah, sure. I have a number, so at least when they get on the ice, we can just call it out. Sure. I don't know which one. But yeah. Make it work. Yeah. Starters, I think. So when you say the time, you say inverted. So that's for any time we're announcing something. It's always inverted. Usually it's inverted. If you want to run with like 1913 on the roll, it'll become a flash trigger for me since once it's on the page. The way that website works, I think you put in the like if the goal happens at 1930, it'll put it in as opposed to again. It's supposed to be inverted, but I think where the APHL website is, you put it in the limited. Oh, I messed that up then, but that's not for the one game, but that's what's in there. They'll take it. Yeah. It's weird. Like yeah, I put it in all inverted and everything was backwards. And I was like, what? It was confusing when Joe played on the stage because they count the cup. Sure. They're counting down. Maybe okay, we're going to be fucking doing. Yeah. Which report news actually played today. Let's go that second and got last week through that. It started to tell. Are we having? Is there? You're doing the. You're using the sound. I'm reading. This the. Are you doing the like data? Are you just? I'm going to set up my PAs. Oh. So I'm getting the PA for this, Hanging the mic up for you, stand, running to do the play-by-play, doing intermission report, and then doing whatever it is. Oh god. Yeah, I'm gonna watch some of these last names. You got your running shoes on, my friend? I'm just gonna get there you go. If I'm in your way, let me know. Piece of paper, please. What do you start with that? Are you then? Okay. Did you guys need one from over? Because I have another phone. No, I just need to write down the pronunciation of some of these names. Correct me. How do you pronounce Danny's last name? Bolu. Just Bolu? Yes. Vicios is on our starting line. 22, 19, 34, and 86. Alright, so Watson, is it no block or non block? Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. In today's APHL matchup between the Toledo Mobsters and your Iron City Forge. First, tonight's starting lineup for the Toledo Mobsters. In goal, number 37, Matt Mahalik. On forward, number 86, Caleb Williams. On defense, number 34, Trevor Pennell. On defense, number 19, Austin Smith. And on forward, number 22, Taylor Raska. And the fifth starter in honor of our friend, number 8, Johnny Bonta. Now the starting lineup for your Iron City Forge. In goal, number 35, Cody Silvas. On defense, number 45, Michael Jordan. And number 57, Anthony Mancini. On forward, your captain, number 23, Kurt Schmidt. Number 81, Michael Keller. And number 93, Benny Cunningham. Now let's meet our junior starters of the game. Ryland English. Clinton Heicher. Hendrix Heicher. And Dick Simon. We don't have an op, so let's get this party started. We don't have a microphone. Oh. Pronunciation name. Help me out real quick. Yeah, hurry up. Hunter. Which one? Knob. Is it no block or knob block? I think it's knob block. You go up, just switch right here. This sounds on for the audio, by the way. For me? Yeah. Salem Joe Coulter? Yeah. I need to make sure my mic's working here. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome in for the APHL matchup between the Toledo Mobsters and the Iron City Forge. Two rivals trying to claim their stake in the APHL division, both on losing streaks, looking to get into the win column. As we get set here from Brady's Run Ice Arena, I'm Caden McCrory on the call. As the puck is down and Toledo will take possession and put it on that right wing in honor of Johnny Bonta, who suddenly passed away a couple of weeks ago, as 8 seconds will run off the clock in honor of number 8. A classy move from both teams here in honor of a fallen friend. Williams and Schmidt to open this hockey game up after that tribute, and here we go. Pennell moves this off the wall for Raska all the way back to Pennell. Goes over to Smith.
Plays it back to Pennell. Quickly up ice to Raska. Gets across the line for Williams. Williams comes in, a shot saved by Silvis. Up high, Raska takes it to the top of the circle. Plays this one down low. Has him in, and Williams puts it towards the net. Silvis makes the save. Michael Jordan takes it behind his own net. Will hold, moves forward to Michael Keller. Had a hot game against Flint just 2 weekends ago. Mahalik comes out to play it. The once Carolina Hurricanes draft pick, played in the Ontario Hockey League for a couple of seasons. As Silvis will play this off into the corner. Mancini over for Benny Cunningham. Both teams trying to change on the fly in the opening minute of this hockey game. Off the stick of Kurt Schmidt into the zone. Now the forwards for Coach Weimersker change. Off the bench comes Ty Hoffman, had a hat trick in the last home game against Flint. Off the wall go the Mobsters. Through the middle looking for the stick of Reese Boehm, one of the new additions of the Mobsters lineup. Pass from Mahalik up to Boehm. Works his way into the zone, has Hightower with him. Boehm, a shot, goes wide of the net. Hoffman to clear, gets this to center. Mobsters recollect. Up to Boehm. Works his way in and shot comes in. Save my Cody Silvis. Zemansky cleans it up forward for Hoffman. Up for Corey Myers off his stick, and the Mobsters recollect. Losses to Buffalo for both teams were the last times these played. Sweeps in favor of the teams on the ice. Zemansky pushed this one to center. A bouncing puck. As now recollecting are the Mobsters into the zone. Brown gets bodied off by Ford. Up high shot by Modrowski. Ford gets a piece of it, gloves it down. Behind that, Zemansky has that blocked away. Bolu breaks them momentarily. A turning shot by Kane, taken away by Myers. Myers puts this off to the corner for Dixon. Over now to Bolu. Bolu, the leading scorer in the Buffalo series, puts one towards the Mahalik and denied. Dancing in is Hans Watson, one of the newcomers of this Forge team, and a save there by Mahalik, covered up here at 17:23. 10-5 and 11-3 the losses the last time the Mobsters played at Buffalo, as well as Iron City's losses, 16-1 and 8-4. Bolu face off, puts it into the corner. Dalton Teeter eats it as two teammates from each combine, and out with it come the Mobsters. Justin Way moves this up for a man, and into the zone comes Seferin around Ford. Seferin tries to go to the backhand and bodied off the puck by Hans Watson. There's Dixon taking it up ice for the Forge. That one will sail off of Way's stick into the Toledo bench. And another quick whistle will take place in front of it, 16:58. Top unit quickly back on the ice the way they started this game. Keller, Schmidt, and Cunningham. Schmidt wins the face-off against Williams. Back for Mancini. Gets tripped up into the zone. Staying on it is Mancini around for Keller. A shot, rebound, loose. Schmidt digging, push wide of the net. Top unit almost striking early. Cunningham at the blue line. Plays this in. Behind the net, Keller. Wanting Schmidt. Clearing attempt denied by Jordan. Plays it behind for Schmidt. Over for Keller. Gets knocked down. Tries to get the pass in the slot. Mobsters pick it off. Turn the other way. It's a 3-on-2. Up for Williams. Williams a shot. Shoulder save. Silvis. At the point, a quick attempt there by Bomi is pushed off into the corner. Raska to the point. Dangling in his teeter. Over a shot by Duncan and a shoulder stop by Silvis. Cunningham can clear. Icing on the Forge. Toledo can get the change. 15:57 here in period one. The first of these two meetings this weekend between the two clubs. Second one being at 1 o'clock tomorrow. As a little early preview, WTAE sports anchor Andrew Stockey will be in attendance, taking pictures, signing autographs, possibly bringing his way up into the booth to talk some hockey in the intermissions. We'll see how that all plays out, but be sure to tune in tomorrow or be here at Brady's Run Arena for the second matchup of the Mobsters and Forge. Here's Jordan. Clearing attempt, makes its way to Keller, quickly up to Cunningham. Couldn't get around his man, and now is to bring it up ice. Brody Duncan, the one in the lane. Brown moves this around for Duncan. Plays up ice. On the ice comes Salak and gets high on his man, and he'll take a seat as Salak and Duncan will hold up on each other, and Salak off for interference, and Toledo will head to the power play. Just tried to play the puck, and Salak got a little too high, a little too aggressive. So in front of Silvis they go. Zemansky, Schmidt, Daniel Schmidt, that is, Corey Myers, and Ty Hoffman, the unit. Hightower, Williams, Pennell, Raska, and Duncan, the power play unit for Toledo. The face-off win goes to the Mobsters. Up high to Duncan. Duncan a shot with deflection in front, bouncing through the blue paint and put in. Trevor Pennell might get the goal on this one. Had the extra whack, and Toledo takes the 1-0 lead. As Pennell will get credit, his 5th of the year, and Trevor Pennell on the board for Toledo. 15-24, a quick work of the power play for the Mobsters. Official goal reads Pennell's 5th, assisted by Brody Duncan and Caleb Williams. Here's Justin Way off the face, off the corral for Toledo, pressured by Corey Myers. Goes off of the stick of Salak, and off to center it goes. Ford, wanting to go over to a man in Hans Watson. Modrowski picks it up. Modrowski backhand walks in and scores. Patrick Modrowski, his 3rd of the year, and Toledo goes back-to-back, makes it 2-0. A nasty goal at that, as the Forge kind of got sleeping, and Modrowski makes work with a chance in close. The pass from Dalton Teeter set it up perfectly, as he'll get the lone assist on that one. Modrowski's 3rd from Teeter. Forge needing one quick to get back. Jordan off for Dixon, puts this one on. That pad save, rebound pops out a shot. Mahalik the stop, and the rebound cleaned up by Toledo. It's a chance for Hunter Knobloch. The IUP alum had a couple of goals in the Flint weekend. Mancini resetting at center, goes across to Jordan. Airmails this in, wanting Knobloch, and back go the Mobsters. Attempt is blocked by Denny Bolu. Bolu in front, wanting a stick of Knobloch. Stripped away, goes off a boot of his own player, and the Forge maintain the pressure. Knobloch plays it behind the net. Mobsters played through the middle. Jordan back. Over for Mancini. Back to Jordan. Through the middle. Denman there waiting, and the Mobsters recollect in their defensive zone. Pass toward the boards. Bounces to Knobloch. Takes it into his own zone. Forward for Michael Jordan. Jordan swings to the outside. Into the zone he goes. A shot is blocked by Pennell as Jordan takes a tumble.
Assisted by number 71, Teeter.
Pennell sends this one up ice. Bouncing, settled by Raska. Raska walks in a shot, blocked. Rebound pops out to Williams. Goes cross ice. Dixon can break it up. Knobloch can sauce this one in, and the Forge can go for the change. Mahalik comes out of the net to play it. Up for Williams. Top unit staying on for the Mobsters. Out to Raska. Up high for Smith. A shot rolls off the stick. Rebound is there, is blocked away by Zemansky. Ricochets this one around the wall, has Cunningham. Forge connects at the zone. Cunningham backhands it in. On net, Mahalik can cover up and makes the save. 7 minutes gone, 2-0 Mobsters with a power play goal by Pennell, and then a goal right back from Patrick Modrowski. Shots favoring the Mobsters 8-5. Is Mahalik perfect so far? Top unit on for Coach Weimer-Scurf, Schmidt, Cunningham, and Keller. To center this one rolls Zemansky. Plays it in. Mahalik comes out to play it. He's going to do that a lot. We saw that in the first matchup between these two clubs. Off the wall to Hightower. Through the middle to Ossenmacher. Draw pass Hightower. Works in. A shot rebound. It goes in. Played off of the Forge defender into the back of the net. Dennis Ossenmacher's 7th of the year. It's 3-0 Mobsters. Looks like actually it might be Hightower that gets this one. My mistake, that'll be Hightower's goal. So Hightower gets his second from Ossenmacher, and Duncan makes it 3-0 Toledo. We have a hard angle to see who gets the final shot in this one, as you guys can probably tell in that right corner, so my apologies. Coulter, I'm going to leave it off for Stevens. Duncan gets there first, can send this in, and the Forge back to retrieve. Watson plays this one around the wall. Touch forward for Coulter, into center ice it rolls. Mobsters send this into the zone. Watson over to Ford. Puts his way to center, has the stick of Coulter. Down it goes on net. Mahalik can leave this one off for Justin Way. Way takes it up through center around Bolu. Kicks it forward into the zone they come. Way behind the net. Gets tied up by Ford. Bolu comes in relief. He comes out victorious, moves it up the wall. Stevens pushes it to center. JJ Sartor puts it into the zone. Back is Watson. Goes across for Ford. Ford's trying to change. Stevens pokes it forward to Bolu. Has some room. Bolu swings behind the net. Waits for reinforcements coming off the bench. The Mobsters get there first and can clear to center. Ty Hoffman can slap it in. To it first is Ryan Dixon. Dixon couldn't get there. Jordan settles it down. Over for Mancini. It's Hightower, the most recent goal for the Mobsters. Makes it 3-0. Here's Pennell.
Oh, it's Hightower.
Pennell backhands it in. Save there by Silvis. Gets some contact. Still loose. It's pushed off to the point, and the Mobsters have to recollect. They'll just slap this one in and touch up. Ty Hoffman goes off the wall. Works his way to Pennell. Walks across center. Gets a lane. Puts it on. And an easy stop from Silvis. Here's Jordan. Gets muscled off the puck. Behind the net it goes. Dixon corrals it in front of his own bench. Sends this one down the ice through everybody. And this one will be an icing on the Forge. Exactly the halfway mark through this first period, and Toledo seemingly the better team to start this one. With a 3-0 advantage and more than doubling on the shots on goal, 12-5 in favor of the purple and white. Bolu wins this back for Jordan. The ECHL product. He's played for his fair share of teams through his hockey career. In the corner. Works his way up to the point and cleared out by Iron City. Brown goes D-to-D, moves it through center. Good passing as Denman tries to put it in. All over it is Knobloch. He's sprung free. Knobloch down the left wall. Gets closed on in by the Mobsters. Myers keeps it in, puts a shot towards the net, is blocked away. Second attempt, Salak puts one towards the net, gets a stick deflection into the corner. It rolls. Mobsters look to clear, and they do. Raska works his way back. Wise play with 4 Forge players in the vicinity. Puts it up ice for Williams. Williams walks in a shot off the stick of Watson into the netting, out of play. Almost could have been an A+ chance for the Knobloch unit. Salak's unit on with Myers. Salak tied up, wins this one back. Has Watson. Watson to start the rush. Moves it out wide for Knobloch. Looking for Myers, past him. Icing is waved off. Myers, 2 at first for Iron City. Takes this behind the net, around for Salak. To the point to Watson. Watson pushed down for Myers. Myers behind the net with a man on him in high tower. Has an extra mobster in there digging out a teeter. Through the middle. And up ice comes Toledo. Reese Boney gets the tripped away from by Knobloch. Up for Corey Myers. Across center. Dumped in, completing the change for the Forge. Top unit coming on. Mahalik comes out, plays it. A miscue. Up high to Cunningham. Cunningham holding. Swings up high for Keller. A shot pushed wide of the net. Keller to the point to Ford. To Zemansky. Off the wall to Keller. Keller wanting Schmidt in the slot. And taken away by Madrowski, and the Mobsters bring 3 up ice. Madrowski shot, stick save. Silvis pushed into the netting. 7:51 to go here in period 1. With Toledo on top 3-0. Forge elect to keep the first line on. As Schmidt and Madrowski meet in the face-off circle. 2 right-handed centermen. 1 back by Madrowski to the point. Pennell dangles around Keller, who lost his stick. Pennell, a shot, gets up high on Silvis, but makes the save. Madrowski behind the net, off the boot of Zemansky, rolls to Kurt Schmidt, and can clear this one out. The puck has enough to possibly die before the end. Icing waved off. Pennell for the clear. Cunningham is there for Iron City. Forward for Kurt Schmidt, gets knocked off the puck by Riker Kane, and Toledo can turn up ice. Kane walks in a shot. It's blocked by Zemansky. Ford gets to it. In the corner. Goes off the box where we're sitting. Luckily, we have glass to protect us. As will be whistled out here at 7:12. Iron City gets the change. The Bolu unit hops on. Going up against Seifrin. Be won by Bolu. Back for Mancini off the draw. Tries to pull the reverse. Eric Seifrin all over it. And will just pin it along the wall. Lobsters 7-6-1 on the season. Trying to get over 500. Eric Seifrin off a bouncing puck puts it in. As Seifrin, second of the year, makes it 4-0. At least I think they're going to give this one to Seifrin. As they're going to talk about it. They're going to see if it was forcefully put in or not. By a high stick or a hand or what? What could they be talking about here? If this one's going to stand or not. They're going to give him the goal. So it looks like Toledo's going to get one here after much deliberation. And it's 4-0 Mobsters. They're going to give it to Nate Brown. So Brown, second of the year from Duncan and Dickerson, the official reading of that goal. As there's a couple sticks that were played in front there, they like to give this one to Brown. Mancini tries to play it in to the point. Kept alive by Jordan, puts it on. Stick save made by Mahalik. As behind the Mobsters recollect. Here's Duncan. Duncan continues into the zone, works behind the net. Duncan. Sauce in the middle to Seifrin, gets bodied off. The puck forces the turnover. Dixon can't get it out. Second attempt, and Dixon can work this out wide to Bolu. Bolu walking in. Wings outside to Dixon. A shot rings off the iron. Myers, his chance. Stop from Mahalik. With some light traffic in front. Myers caught a stick up high. And Iron City is going to head to the power play. The just one more sports bar and grill power play in full effect here. With 6 minutes to go in the first. As a high sticking call to the Mobsters. Will be Eric Seifrin, the guilty party. Zemansky, Schmidt, Cunningham, Jordan, Mancini, the power play unit. Seemingly Zemansky, the man in front, a big body to move out of the way. Got the first ever goal in Forge franchise history, and the first fight, as he'll be parked in front of that net and won't move. Cunningham, back to the point to Jordan. Over for Mancini. Forge got one power play goal in the two meetings earlier in the year, coming off the stick of Michael Jordan. Crowd by Williams out wide to Raska. And the Mobsters bring two up ice. Raska turning, puts one on glove, saved by Silvis as Kurt Schmidt collided with him. The puck came free, and the Forge can get to it. Cunningham for Zemansky. Zemansky turning to his backhand. Plays behind the net, has Mancini. Waiting, looking for the stick in front of Zemansky. Goes right to Raska and can clear this one down. A minute to go here on the Seferin penalty, and 5 minutes here in period one. Cunningham gets corralled in front of that penalty box. The Mobsters can clear it into the zone as the Forge, after a couple of chances to start, have not been able to sustain pressure. Mancini plays it to the wall. With a deflection from Toledo, goes right to Trevor Pennell, and the Mobsters take it back and can clear. Forge going for some line changes. The newcomer, Hans Watson, holds behind his net. Watson walks up ice. Out for Ty Hoffman. Hoffman puts it into the zone. Down looking for the stick of Daniel Schmidt, and cleared once again by Toledo. 10 seconds on the Seferin penalty. Up ice by Watson, the Lancaster native. Watson behind the net, penalty expired, as Toledo perfect so far on the PK. Watson winds up a shot, deflected save by Mahalik, as Myers got a piece of it. 3:50 here in the first. 4-0 Mobsters, shot 16-9 in favor of the purple and white. Coulter, Stevens, Michael, the forward unit on, all three collecting their first goals of the season against Flint 2 weekends ago. Zemansky, a shot, glove, save Mahalik, with Stevens parked in front. Zemansky saying himself it was even offsides, as we had a oh no moment up here as well. Coulter wins the faceoff. Back to Zemansky. This one much more clear as day, staying on sides. A clearing attempt from the Mobsters. Corralled by Kane, and Coulter can send it in. Mahalik leaves it behind the net. This one played over, and now up ice off the pass of Brown. Brown around Coulter, has some room. Works his way into the outside. Brown holding in front, looking for the stick of Ossenmacher. Rolls to Riker. Kane a shot and pushed wide. Wojciechowski plays it down to the half circle. Back up high. Duncan winds up, shot, rolls off the glove of Silvis behind the net. Ossenmacher recollects. To the point to Duncan, goes through him. Michael chases him down, and Duncan can continue stride up ice. Gets around Coulter, sends it in. Mobsters can change. Zemansky recollecting. Over for forward. Goes cross ice, wanting Michael. That one goes into no man's land, and Mobsters can play that quickly back in. Seemingly settling to be patient here the rest of this 2:30 of the first period. Denman corralled by Zemansky. Mobsters take it up ice. Work to the point. Shot from Brown goes through traffic and wide. Back across to Justin Way. Way down to the half circle, to the middle, out wide to Raska. Raska backhand, caught up high on Silvis, and Zemansky tries to get this out. Williams knocks it down. Way turning shot. Cunningham gets a piece of it as well as Ford. Way another chance is pushed off in the corner. High stick is called there on Williams just above the shoulder and whistled dead. 1:51 here in period one, as this puck will be dropped outside the zone seemingly. It'll be two of the leaders of these respective franchises, Williams and Schmidt. Williams had a great weekend against Iron City. And to start the season, for Iron City that is, just one of the first couple of games for the Mobsters. Him, Raska, and Bonta were just huge parts of the sweep of Iron City. 2-on-1. Keller with Jordan. Keller shuffles across and Jordan pushes it just wide. The defense of the Mobsters played perfectly to make sure that goes wide. Schmidt back to Jordan. Waiting, winds up, fires, looks for a deflection, hits off a Mobster, and Cunningham's turning chance also denied. Toledo sends this one out. A bouncing puck settled by Jordan, quickly played up to Schmidt. Across the blue line, Schmidt. Down low, wanting Cunningham, cleared. And now Ossenmacher turns for Toledo. Wanting Williams off his stick. Out comes Silvis and makes the save. North of 20 shots now for Toledo in period one. Similar to what we saw the first time these two played. Hightower against Bolu. Bolu gets a hold of it. Goes for the clear, gets it out. Pennell there waiting for Toledo. Pressured by Dixon, sends it into the zone. Back is Daniel Schmidt. Running the stick of Knobloch, goes through everyone. Icing is waved off as Mihalik will come out to play it. Past everybody, past center even, and Schmidt goes all the way back. Plays catch with Watson. Back to Schmidt. Up ice for Bolu. He gloved down by Pennell in his own zone. Works his way out to center. Watson waiting, retreats into his own defensive area. Back for Daniel Schmidt. Forward up to Bolu. 10 seconds in the period as they'll just send this one down. This will roll its way perfectly on net. Mihalik will elect to play it. Takes it behind the net, and that'll do it. Period one in favor of the Mobsters, 4-0 as they head to the dressing room. It starts with a power play goal off the stick.
At the end of the first period, it is Toledo Mobsters 4, Iron City 4-0.
So 4 goals. First starts with a power play goal, and then 3 more follow. And the reminder, as we said earlier in period one, Andrew Stockey will be in attendance tomorrow to be signing autographs, take pictures of the fans, maybe come on the broadcast room. Make sure to tune into that or be here at Brady's Run Ice Arena. We'll head to our own little intermission here. 4-0 Toledo. We'll be right back.
Oh, yeah. And it's all right. Thank you. Do I have
Hi, everybody. Cade McCrory here. Welcome back to Period 2 of Toledo and Iron City. Toledo with a 4-goal lead heading into the second period. Started off with a power play goal and then 3 consecutive after that. The Mobsters are really putting it on here early. It's a 20-11 shot lead in favor of the purple, the white. 7-6-1 on the year. Looking to improve over 500 in a comfortable position after losing 2 to Buffalo. Iron City in a similar spot. Also losing 2 to Buffalo, had their first 2 wins against Flint just a couple weekends ago. Let's turn it down to the ice for the second period. Schmidt with the face-off win, and here we go. Out with it comes Taylor Raska, works up high to Williams, a shot, almost makes its way through. Smith turns it over to Keller, up ice, Cunningham. Cunningham, one-on-one, works to the outside, puts one off the back wall. Kurt Schmidt battling for it. Out with it comes Cunningham. Schmidt turning, looking for somewhere to go, loses it momentarily. To the point to Michael Jordan, keeps it in just beyond the blue line, takes the shot, saved by Mahalik. Back up high, Mancini rustles one on, and a glove stop from Mahalik. Rocking the green equipment is a very fun goaltending choice from his other days, I think his OHL colors, if I'm not mistaken, with the Plymouth Whalers.
Glory vibes with pretty the team name Wild.
Coulter's unit hops on with Bolu and Dixon. Coulter on the faceoff. Bolu line behind him. Faceoff goes in favor of Toledo. Off the boot of Bomi. Ossenmacher knocks it down. Works the out of Dixon over to Coulter. Sends it in right to the Mobster sticks. And Hightower works up ice for Ossenmacher. Into the zone. Hightower. Dangles full low for Ossenmacher. Turns, wanting to go to the point. Duncan gets there. Duncan around Coulter. Works behind the net. Up to the point. Has a man in Brown. Down for Ossenmacher. Behind the net, trying to open up the game. Brown recollects at the blue line. Turns on his backhand. Taken away there by Watson. And Brown back for Toledo. Watson gloves it down. Walks his way into the zone. Turns this one behind the net. Watson over for Bolu. Bolu keeps it in. Sends it down for Joe Coulter. Coulter back to the point. Watson winds up a shot and a save by Mahalik. Rebound cleaned up by the Mobsters, pushed off into the corner. Dixon works it up high, cleaned out by Bomi. And back is Tom Ford for the icing. 2 minutes gone. In period 2, a couple of chances for both sides. Remains 4-0 Toledo.
Oh, when the clock stops, just minus
Jake Salok's unit on. Has Myers and Knobloch with them as the lines continue to get shuffled around for Coach Weimersker. Salok with the warning. Does not get thrown out of the draw. Salok with the win. Tries to go back to Zemansky. And now a foot race. Bomi against Ford. Ford gets back and will win it. As the pressure from Reese Bomi almost causing a turnover. Assenmacher in the corner. Plays this one up high to Brown. Over to Duncan. Walks the blue line. Over to Brown once more. Brown walks in. A shot. Saves Silvis. Zemansky in the corner. Gets a stick on it. Pops free to Knobloch. Knobloch in the zone for Salak. Pushes it around the net for Myers. Toledo gets there first and can push this one out. Knobloch reaching in. Pushes it towards the corner. Knobloch over for Myers. Backhand push wide of the net. Schmidt around for Myers. Back up high to Schmidt. Dangle backhand and a save by Mahalik. As Schmidt trying to go upstairs on the short side is denied. 17:03. A much better start for the Forge. A couple more grade A chances, making Mahalik work. This season, Mahalik 2-3, a 211 goals against, an 883 save percentage, including an apple to his name. Tristan Steele seeming to get the start tomorrow. He's 0-3-1 at 392 with an 827 and 2 assists. The goaltender's getting involved in the score sheet for Toledo. throughout this season. The sharp angle shot goes all the way around as Mancini getting back as Sartor applies the pressure for Toledo. Sartor misses his check. Mancini up ice to Keller, now to Cunningham. Cunningham walks in, forward for Kurt Schmidt. Cunningham will take this one behind the net. Up to the point to Jordan. Couldn't keep it in. Mancini back, though, for Iron City. Sartor pushes it in for Toledo. Down is Riker Kane. Gets bodied away by Mancini. Around for Michael Keller. Goes forward for the pass to Cunningham, past his stick, and quickly played out by Toledo. Jordan muscles it forward to Cunningham. Into the zone goes Iron City. Sends it around the wall, trying to change on the fly with the long change in effect. As this will go through everybody all the way down and icing on the Mobsters. Benny Cunningham, one of the most recent forwards to get a call-up to the FPHL, had a 2-game stint with the Danville Dashers before returning to Iron City. One of the young stars of this Forge roster. Deserving of that call-up. He has 3 goals and 8 points this season. Coulter. Face-off win, winding up a shot. Daniel Schmidt puts one on. Glove stop by Mahalik. And they'll reset from the circle, and Toledo can get the change. Hennel and Haley, the men on. The forwards will stay. Coulter wins the drawback. Schmidt. For Watson, a shot blocked. Out for Dixon, and that one's put wide. Watson turning pad, saved by Mahalik. Coulter walks it in. Up high Watson, turning shot is blocked. In the corner, Coulter once more. Turns it on, glove save made and covered by Mahalik. The Forge swarming. The Mobsters staying strong. Watson and Bolu, both heavy shooters, lined up behind Coulter. Face-off win from Coulter. Back to the point, Schmidt puts one on. Looking for the deflection of Dixon. Mahalik can eat that one up. Shots almost even now. When we started this period, Toledo a little lopsided. Now the Forge inching closer in one category. Salak into the face-off, wins it back cleanly, winding up Watson, glove save Mahalik. As Knoblochtown, let's go a little lower next time. They're trying to just put shots on and then get the pressure, and Mahalik just not letting up any rebounds. Salak, clean win back again. Michael over to Watson, shot trying to go over the shoulder, hits a piece of iron. Out wide, Danny Michael winds up, glove save Mahalik. Have a start to this second period. Relying on the goaltender a lot here is Toledo, but thankfully he's bailing them out if you're a Mobsters fan. As Mahalik is going to take all the time he needs to get reset, and deservedly so. Seems to be set. Salak, another one face-off for Iron City, something they've excelled on. As Zemansky puts one on and Mahalik makes the save. Iron City will go for the change. Kurt Schmidt in on the face-off. This one finally going Toledo's way as Denman can get the first victory in quite some time in the dot. Zemansky to the blue line, kept alive by Keller, and finally pushed out by Duncan. Springs Raska free, 3-on-2, trying to split in, and Ford gets a piece at rebound, and Raska shot denied by Silvis. The Erie goaltender making his second start in a row as he started the last game against the Tempest in an 8-4 loss. As all 4 goaltenders now have seen some time in the crease for Coach Weimersker. Here's Ford. Plays it behind for Zemansky. We'll pin this one along the wall. Bounces free, but Kirchschmidt can clean that up. And the Forge tempted clear can now work to center ice. Benny Cunningham works in, pushes to the outside, trying to go up high for Keller as he bodies his man hard into defensive zone. Duncan, one-on-one with Ford, wins the battle, elects the shot, shoulder save, Silvis. Schmidt couldn't settle. Duncan will take this back. Cunningham there. Ford for Keller. Tries the stutter step. Cunningham gets a block, and Toledo can clear icing on the Mobsters. No. Yes. Okay. One ref said yes. One ref said no. But they do call it for a whistle, and this one should come to center ice. Toledo can get the change. Iron City does as well. Fresh units on here, 14:02. Here in period 2. Coulter wins back to Mancini. One of a couple players that can play both forward and defense. Coulter takes into zone, looking for the stick of Mancini. Goes through him, and now the Mobsters take up ice. Looking for the stick of Sartor. Icing is called. Sartor maybe had a chance at that one, as the Toledo bench will argue. Offensive zone draw for the Forge, something they've excelled in period 2. Shots even 23 apiece. Coulter against Madrowski. Coulter wins it back cleanly to Mancini, maybe a little too clean, as it goes all the way back into the Forge zone. Mancini holding, elects to go off the high glass. Sartor can keep it in. Over for Kane. Through the middle for Madrowski. Pass goes errant. Teeter to Madrowski. Plays it off a Forge player. Around the corner it goes. Shuffled up high to Justin Way. Down low to Riker Kane. Kane winds up shot. Save. Silvis. And covers up 13-11. Just a quick recap. Trevor Pennell started with a power play goal, followed by Madrowski, and then goals from Clay Hightower and Nate Brown. Scoreless second. Salak takes it up ice for Iron City along the right wall. Across the blue line up high, walking in, Watson shot, shoulder save by Mahalik. Clearing attempt from Toledo, successful, glove down by Daniel Schmidt. Plays it forward to Knoblauch. Out comes Mahalik, pressured by Schmidt. He'll turn this one behind the net. Toledo can clear. This one will go the length of the ice and an icing call against the Mobsters, who have really struggled in this second period. A lot of icings, a lot of just dump and we'll worry about it later plays, and a lot of bailing out from Matt Mahalik. You're counting your lucky stars, Mobsters fans. Without your goaltender here, it's not going to be 4-0. The flip pass to Dickerson goes to Daniel Schmidt, sent in off the boards and down to Chase. Pennell plays it through the middle, off the stick of Sephiroth. To the middle, Schmidt wanted to leave it off for Keller. Toledo will pick it off into the zone. They come, they'll turn it over just beyond the blue line. Kurt Schmidt sends it in. Out comes Mahalik. Leaves it behind for Pennell. The one who opened the goal scoring plays it off the referee. Into the zone, Dickerson taps it in, and off the bench he'll change. His first game of the season came against Iron City at Toledo a couple of months ago. Here's Keller, walks it in, a shot, save, Mahalik rebound, almost came free, and now Watson mixed up with a couple Mobsters as they'll try to drag him out, and the wrestling match ensues. Will the gloves drop? Yes, they have. Watson gets a left, a couple of lefts, and takes him into the wall, and down to the ice he goes. Hans Watson, welcome to the APHL, and a big fight to give his team some momentum. Eric Seferin, I believe that gets the receiving end of that one as Watson gets saluted on his way to the penalty box. The team added some grit in Hans Watson. A Lancaster native, played for West Virginia University a couple of years ago. As Seferin and Watson both go off for fighting. No other penalties to be added. We'll stay 5-on-5. As Kurt Schmidt playing EQ here to give us the equipment back. Coulter face off against Denman. Be won by Toledo. They'll send us around the wall, and here come the Mobsters. Raska will beat this one out. Walking across the blue line. Raska Lex to try to go down low. That is blocked. Behind the net, Zemansky wraps this one around the wall. Over for Bolu. Out wide to Dixon. Dixon up high to Coulter. Coulter looking for Bolu. That's blocked away. Up high, wanting forward, gets tripped up, and a penalty to Toledo. As on to a just one more sports bar and grill power play goes Iron City. As the clock was running for a minute there, they'll fix that one, but off to the box goes Toledo. And a chance for Iron City to get on the board here in period 2. Zemansky, Schmidt, Jordan, Mancini, and Cunningham. The units on. Going up against Teeter, Way, Boehm, and looks like, I believe, Williams might be the one to take the face-off. So wait for the penalty to be put on. They'll add on a couple extra seconds, so we'll go to 11:04 on that game clock. As they elect to try to sort things out downstairs and see who the guilty party will be and get it officially added onto our scoreboard. There we go. Taylor Raska, the team owner and captain, sits for the trip. And seems we're all good on the score side of things. And here we go. Williams and Schmidt for the face-off. And just one more sports bar and grill power play has begun. Mancini goes down low, wanting Cunningham. Mobsters can clear. Back goes Mancini to retrieve. 15 seconds killed on the Raska penalty. Up for Schmidt. For Mancini on the entry, offsides, Iron City. This one will come outside the Toledo zone, with Zemansky just kind of getting mixed up with a mobster, and off goes the skate. Cunningham, or Schmidt and Williams on the face-off. One cleanly by Williams, all the way back to Dalton Teeter. We'll take it behind the net, Mancini pressuring. Zemansky will join. Clearing attempt denied. Kurt Schmidt to Mancini, back down low to Schmidt. Schmidt works his way to the top of the circle, takes the shot, and a save by Matt Mahalik. They'll go to the left circle for the face-off. Toledo going for the full sail. And Iron City will go for a couple. Actually, they'll go for the full sail as well. Bolu on the draw. Myers and Dixon on the wings. With Keller up high as well as Salak as that shot, and a stop by Mahalik. Salak winds up a shot deflected by Myers in front, just pushed wide. A beautiful deflection by Corey Myers. Myers caught in the skates of a couple of mobsters. They'll turn. Pennell takes it up ice. Pennell dangling to his backhand. Blocker save by Silvis. Sartor at the point. We'll just send this one around, and the mobsters look to go on the defensive prowl. Keller out to Salak. Dangles, pushes it to center to Myers. Out for Keller. Keller on the entry. Pushes this one off the wall. The forge change. Luckily can get Knobloch on, but won't be able to keep it in. Down to 20 seconds on the Raska penalty. Bolu plays it around for Keller, goes through him, and Madrowski attempts to play it back in. Dixon blocks it, picks it forward for Keller, and up come the Forge. 4-on-3. Knobloch up high for Dixon, pass behind him. Assenmacher up, and out comes Razka. It's a 3-on-2. Goes through the middle. Bolu gets the block. Poked forward for Myers, through the middle to Danny Michael. Michael swerves his way into the zone, takes a man into the wall. Myers will join him. 4 Mobsters collapse against 2 Forge trying to dig it out. Pops free to Duncan. Sends it off the stick of Madrowski, and Forward will just sail this one back in. Forge will touch up and chase this one down. Assenmacher down the right wall, has some room, dangles in. Zemansky pushes it off his stick. Zemansky waiting. Goes forward to Myers. Fakes the pass to Michael, now carries in, and gets crunched hard along the wall by Brown. Duncan gets around Knobloch. Forward for Bomey. Back to Duncan. Duncan dangles, backhand, 5-hole, beautiful goal for Brody Duncan, his 3rd of the year. Makes it 5-0 Toledo with a salute to Johnny Bonta on the process. Official goal reads Duncan, his 3rd from Bomey, his 1st point, and Nate Brown on the secondary. So Schmidt to the face-off, Forge down 5-0 after what was a promising start to that second period, as Toledo can finally capitalize and put this one a little bit more out of reach. Kane winds up a shot, that sails over that rebound, bouncing puck. Goes to Keller, pushes it out of the zone, now Cunningham is sprung free. Cunningham winds up shot, glove, save made. For the new goaltender, Tristan Steele makes his way into the net.
Brody Duncan. Assisted by 20.
So we can see the first look at Tristan Steele in net. And you wonder how they'll split the goaltending throughout today and tomorrow, if both of them will continue to split, or Matt Cooper is here in attendance, and maybe he gets a couple of chances. Behind the net, trying to get this out as the Mobsters. Pops free to Schmidt. Wants to go up high to a fellow Schmidt and Daniel, but it's broken up by Toledo. And they'll bring 2 men forward. Offsides as Dickerson tried to stretch. Kane held up at the blue line. And they'll whistle it dead here at 7-16. Steele 0-3-1 on the year. 3.92 goals against. 827 save percentage for number 1 in Toledo. Late forward change for Iron City. Coulter steps in against Williams. Won beautifully back by Coulter. Mancini for Schmidt. Over to Dixon. Trying to open up the ice. Mancini in the middle to Coulter. Tap forward to Bolu. Just couldn't get a piece of it as across the blue line. Denman's pass is broken up. Then thrown right back to Trevor Pennell of Toledo. Dangles in. Takes down Mancini. Turning in front, wanting Razka. Mancini diving to trying to keep it on his feet. And now springs. Bolu free. Denny Bolu 1-on-1 with Steele. Tries to go upstairs, off the post, and stays out. Denny Bolu had him beat. Everything but the post. Mancini stick gets caught up on Razka as he gets tied up in front of Silvis, as a holding call will be called here to Mancini, I believe, and Toledo will head to the power play. Iron City trying to argue it kind of gone both ways. But Mancini being the defender, always would be the first one to go. Jordan Zemansky, Knobloch Cunningham, the PK unit out. Knobloch will square off against Clay Hightower, who scored the 3rd goal of the game for the Mobsters. A face-off win. Madrowski moves it over to Bomi. Cross to Assenmacher. Walks in, looks for the deflection. It's put through the blue paint.
2 minutes for bowling.
Madrowski walks the top of the circle. Walks it down, puts it back to the point to Assenmacher. Over to Bomi. Bomi plays up high to Assenmacher. Back down low to Bomi. Closing in are the Mobsters. A shot comes in, still the save, and turned out by Jordan. Assenmacher plays it to the middle to Sartor on the re-entry. Over to Madrowski. Gets around Zemansky. Madrowski turning, takes it behind the net, now rolls through the middle up high to Assenmacher, walks the blue line. Down low to Hightower, to the point to Bomi. Waiting, closes in, now retreats back up high. To Assenmacher, ahead of his stick, Knobloch challenges. The Monsters push it behind the net, Zemansky bodies his man off. Forward for Cunningham, and the forward's going to get the clear. 50 seconds on the Mancini penalty, the forward's going to get off. As Keller and Bolu hop on, and Toledo changes as well. Zemansky, corralling, springs Keller free. Keller down the right wall, dangles, tries to put it to his forehand, no one with him. As the defense changes for Iron City. Here's Pennell, one-on-one, puts one off the skate of Silvis and wide. Williams, behind the net for Pennell. The give and go, Pennell retreats behind the net, 10 seconds to go on the Mancini penalty. Duncan holds on the half circle, walks it up high. Razka gives it over to Denman. 2 seconds and one, and free is Mancini. Does he have a break out of the box? Almost. Duncan getting back in time.
You start in goal.
Denman walking in, takes it to the dot, out wide, had Williams with a wide open net. The pass ahead of his stick. Now wide for Knobloch. The Forge takes it through the middle, wanting Mancini, and Toledo can push it out. Williams takes it in, pad, saves Silvas, pushed off into the far corner. Bowler, clearing attempt denied, rolls to Raska, shot deflected by Bomi and wide. Mancini clears it out, Knobloch racing to it, played out by Justin Way. Forge recollecting the defensive zone, Daniel Schmidt. Pass the stick of Bolu, and Toledo will take it right back. Schmidt walks across the blue line, tries to go through center, eventually will get it back, turns it, and kept out just beyond the Toledo zone. Hightower. Out wide, Bomi shot, save, Silvis, rebound collected, Hightower holding. Down low to Bomi, in the middle, running Assenmacher, rolls the point away. Way a shot through traffic, saves Silvis, rebound goes right to Hightower, pushed over the net. Iron City can clear and finally push it beyond their own zone. Knobloch corralling. Pushes it into open space. He gets mixed up in front of the Toledo bench. Iron City trying to change. Mobsters continue the pressure. Sartor puts one off the boards for Kane. Through the middle, knocked down by Knobloch. As it goes off the boot of Teeter all the way down, out comes Steele to play it. Teeter, challenged by Michael, sends it up by Madrowski. Madrowski walks in for the shot blocked by Jordan, or Salak, excuse me. That'll rim around the boards, and out the center it goes. 2 minutes here in period 2. 1-0 in favor of Toledo in this period, 5-0 in total throughout the game. That shot rolls around the wall. Michael gets challenged by Pennell, can clear. And not enough for an icing as Smith gets back. Keller the one chasing as the forwards try to get some fresh troops on. Alternate captain Benny Cunningham moves it to Zemansky. Through the middle of the ice to Keller. Tried to tap it forward, causes a turnover. And Kane walks in a shot. Hits off of Zemansky and wide. Madrowski. Loose puck taken down as a mobster underneath his equipment. Zemansky can get to it. Trying to turn around Denman. Denman pickpockets him. Over up high to Williams. Shot blocked away by 4. Cunningham racing down. Pennell gets there first. Icing on Iron City. 63 seconds to go. A reminder, tomorrow Andrew Stocky of WTAE will be in attendance, signing autographs, taking pictures, ceremonial puck drop, and possibly up here in the broadcast booth as well. Make sure to be here at Brady's Run Ice Arena, 1 o'clock puck drop, or tune in live to the live stream. Here's a face-off win by Salak, right to Tom Ford. Blocked down by Duncan. Up for Raska. Szymanski back for Iron City. Turns it over right to Denman, over to Williams, a shot, and squirts its way through. Caleb Williams, his 14th of the year, makes it 6-0, and Szymanski goes right after Duncan, drops the gloves, and battles with Raska. Szymanski takes him into the wall, gets a couple of lefts, grabs the top of the helmet, trying to grab the helmet off of him, gets the right to the back of the helmet. Raska gets a right. Szymanski gets to the top, goes for the undercut, and takes down Raska. Raska answers the bell, and Szymanski takes him to the ice. As the goal scored by Williams, and Raska and Szymanski both head to the box. A lot of choice words for Szymanski as he walks past the Toledo bench, including Szymanski's glove flipped into the stands to the left of us. We'll have to have someone go retrieve that for him, as they'll try to sort this all out, as Szymanski took away a stick of one of the mobster players, and all chaos ensued. So one of the workers will have to go get the glove of Adam Szymanski, and they'll get to it now and go ahead and take it to the penalty box. With 41 seconds exactly on the clock. So the official goal reads, Caleb Williams, his 14th of the season from Taylor Raska and Jay Denman. Fighting majors both go to Adam Szymanski and Taylor Raska. Will there be an extra effort on sportsmanlike on either way? That is to be determined. So we'll explain to the captains respectively. Of course, Taylor Raska, being Toledo's captain, is in the box. So Williams will take that duty. So Szymanski will get the extra 2, as Toledo will get a power play out of this. An unsportsmanlike call to Szymanski, and then a 5-minute fighting major to both Szymanski and Raska. Face-off won by Keller. Mancini back for Jordan. Sends it up for Cunningham. Cunningham sends it up. Over for Keller. Keller, sharp angle shot. And a shoulder save by Steele. That puck will go out and into the stands. Where the security officer will give it over to producer Brian Baylor, and he'll try to flip this puck possibly back in. Or the secondary gives it off to a young fan. So someone's coming in with the souvenir. Off the draw comes Toledo. Down the right wall is Hightower. 20 seconds, a shot rolls wide of Silvis. Behind the net, corralled by Pennell. Gets wide away by Jordan. Off of Cunningham, and a roll to center, and Toledo is just going to let this one go all the way back, as Williams will just hold until the dressing room they go. 2 goals in favor of Toledo, both coming in the last couple of minutes. Off the sticks of Brody Duncan, his third of the year, and then Caleb Williams. Just moments ago, as sparks fly, his 2 fights concur, one being against Watson, as well as Zamansky getting mixed up with Raska to end that period. Fireworks are starting to flare, ladies and gentlemen. It's only 6-0, and Toledo will have a power play when we return. In about 10 minutes' time, they'll have 1:19 to work with. Stay tuned for what should be a very exciting third period of Toledo and Iron City.
Who's in that?
Welcome back for the third period of play between the Forge and Mobsters. 6-0 in favor of Toledo going into this third period. Tristan Steele remains in net for Toledo. Cody Silvas mans the net remaining for Iron City. As Toledo will start this third period on a power play after the fight between Zemansky and Razka. Zemansky gets the extra for unsportsmanlike. Clock is set and we are ready for the puck drop of period 3. The one back by Kurt Schmidt to Michael Jordan, and that will be airmailed all the way on net for Mahalik to make the save. Up the ice come the Mobsters, out wide to Pennell. Trevor Pennell walks in, a shot, a high one. Goes past Silvas. Williams plays this one behind the net around the wall. It rolls. Toledo has a miscue. Schmidt pushing, can get it out of the zone. Cunningham waiting. Takes it all the way back as the Mobsters to touch up. And the Forge will clear. 38 seconds remain on the Zemansky penalty. Being served by Hans Watson. Bolu will send this down. And Steele backhands this one right to the stick of Denny Bolu, who will retreat this all the way back as the Forge trying to milk the clock as much as they can until Watson is set free. A miscue off the Schmidt clear. In comes Duncan. Walks the blue line, turning shot, blocker, saves Silvas. Williams to the top of the circle, down to Duncan. 3 seconds. One final chance. Williams shot, save, rebound loose. Out comes Watson. Or Salak, excuse me, the one serving it. He'll race this one down, and Steele will push it off to the wall. Turnover right to Corey Myers. Myers walks in. Blocker save by Steele. Myers wanting to go up high to Bolu. Did not work. And Duncan will turn it up ice for Toledo. Dangles around Ford. Puts one off the post. Salak attempts to shovel to Myers. Quickly played up by the Mobsters. Bolu. D to Watson. Up for Salak. Tips it into the zone. Forge go to change. On comes a fresh shoot body, and Keller bounces off that wall. And Teeter will corral it for Toledo. Teeter gets off the check of Keller, now around Cunningham. Into the zone he comes, through the middle. Somehow escapes it, puts the shot on. That one goes high and wide. Mobsters can't keep it at the blue line. J.J. Sartor retreats to center. Cunningham takes possession for Iron City. Back to Hans Watson. D to Tom Ford. Through the middle to Keller. Shuffles it to Cunningham. Across the blue line. Will backhand this one around the net. It rolls. Kurt Schmidt gets to it first. Wanted to turn this one on net. Blocked away. And up the ice comes Patrick Madrowski. Out wide to Kane. Kane to the middle. Madrowski shot. Getting across. Cody Silvas with the blocker. Benny Cunningham takes it up himself. Out wide for Keller. Waits. Holds. Up high Schmidt. Tries to settle. Turns it over 3-on-2. The other way Toledo. Austin Mocker leads the rush. Tries to go through the middle. Finds Riker Kane. One-timer off the mask of Silvas. Schmidt walks it into the zone. Drop pass to Jordan. Jordan staying on it. Gets that push off momentarily. Takes it behind the net. Toledo regained the possession on the entry. Dixon takes it away. Iron City walks it in. Dixon's dangle does not prevail. Jordan takes it in for Iron City now as Cunningham get taken down behind the play. Pennell gets met by Cunningham, trying to work it in open space. Pennell gets it back and can exit the zone off the give. Bomey gets hit hard along the line by Coulter. Stays on the puck. Goes cross ice to Duncan. Duncan working in. Dangles Mancini. Backhand puts one off the post. Almost 2 highlight reel goals tonight for Brody Duncan. Mancini plays it to the wall. Dickerson waiting. Puts that one through the blue paint and wide. Mancini's clearing attempt is gloved down momentarily by Seferin. Jordan up for Coulter off his backhand. Coulter lifts the stick back to the Toledo zone. It rolls. Brown off the given pass from Duncan. Dangles Dixon. Brown works his way in to the outside. Puts one wide off the backdoor pass. Dixon crawling for Iron City. Forward for Denny Bolu. Sends it into the zone. Had 2 goals in the last game against Buffalo. Half of the Iron City tallies in that contest. Here's Knobloch. D to Schmidt. Puts that one on. Stick save there by Steele. Coulter to Schmidt. His shot through traffic rolls wide of the net. Off the skate of Seferin, negates the icing. Back is Daniel Schmidt to corral it. D. Bolo. Rise to go off the give. Pass his stick. And Justin Way plays it to the middle for Toledo. Seferin walks the blue line. Off the boot there of Iron City defender. That is put off the side of the net. Bolu's clear. Does not go. Way keeps it in at the blue line. Way, his shot blocked by Bolu. Turning his teeter. Plays this one into the corner. Wrestling away. Williams a chance in front. Goes off to Denman. His chance pushed wide. Way. Down into the corner for Williams. Tried to go through the middle. Bolu there. Penalty coming up as Hans Watson dragged a man down in front and Seferin. And off to the box he'll go. So Toledo back to the power play, where they've been successful once tonight. Ended up being the first goal of the game. So Watson for a trip. Toledo power play begins here just a second shy of the 14-minute mark. So a successful kill puts Watson out at 11:59. Raska walks the top of the circle, and the dangerous shooters of Toledo rings one off the mask of Silvas, who shakes it off. Williams. Down low for Bomi, up high to Raska, cross ice Duncan. Duncan a back up high to Raska, couldn't corral, now regains it. Down for Williams. Williams makes his way in, rolls up high to Duncan, right back to Raska, back to Duncan, passes down low, sharp angle chance. Silvas gets a piece of it, and it heads into the snats.
Thank you, George. Vortex Coral.
The fans will elect to keep that puck, as Iron City will lose another one here, and back to the scorekeepers table they'll go to get a new one. Schmidt on the faceoff here for the Forge. One against Williams. Played out to Jordan. Jordan springs Keller almost free past the stick. Toledo regains behind their own net, trying to set something on the entry. 1:10 to go on the Watson penalty. Williams takes it to the outside, elects a shot that rings around the boards, and Raska has to regain it at center. Cross to Duncan. As that'll go cleanly out of the rink. And this puck should come outside. So back to the score table they'll go, and that's our third new puck in the last couple of minutes. 57 seconds on the Watson penalty. Watson, Keller, Jordan, and Mancini stay out for Iron City. Denman, Sartor, Bomi, Madrowski, and Ostenmacher, the power play unit for Toledo. In the corner, now with it comes Denman, his shot blocked by Jordan. Back to the point, Ostenmacher. Crossing with Bomi. It deflects in front, works through Silvas, and a power play goal for the Mobsters. There's a couple of tips in front, and Jay Denman maybe gets the credit. Maybe Ostenmacher, not really sure who gets the final touch, but it's 8-0 in favor of Toledo. I'm sorry, it should be 7-0, not 8-0, I believe. Is the scoreboard in the arena is wrong? I think ours is right. Yeah, there they go. They took it off. Toledo almost got a 2-for-1 there. But the scorekeepers fix it, and 7-0 lead Toledo. As Keller and Schmidt meet at center ice with all three officiates and discussing something here.
Unless they lift it off.
The goal obviously will stand, and back to 5-on-5 we go. So Denman will get credit. So Denman, his 5th of the year from the assist coming off a stick of Reese Bomey, his 2nd assist in the game and his 1st game with Toledo. Here's Jordan. That pass intercepted. Ossenmacher as well will get an assist on that one, as they just added that momentarily ago. Cunningham up for Kurt Schmidt. 4 Forge members on the rush. Schmidt out wide for Keller. That bounces off the wall. Riker Kane on the clear, gets it out to Adam Rader. Rader into the zone he comes. His first shift, I believe, of the hockey game. Pushes one behind the net. Goes right to Kurt Schmidt of Iron City. He can clear this down past Pennell. Icing is waved off. 11:45 here in period 3, 7-0 Mobsters. Cunningham on the chase, broke it up momentarily, thrown in finally by the Mobsters. Schmidt off of Dixon, forward to Kurt Schmidt. Grind their way into the zone. Dixon tried to play out wide. Cunningham corralling. Goes to the middle, wanting Kurt Schmidt, stays at the blue line. Cunningham waiting. Goes down low for Schmidt, deflected, and out comes Steele to make the save. Daniel Schmidt all the way back to corralling. Forward for Denny Bolu. Back to Daniel Schmidt as the Mobsters and Forge both getting some changes. Coulter off the miscue. Backhand high over the net. Bolu takes it behind. Pennell grabs it for the Mobsters on the clear. High stick for the Mobster. Forge, is whistled gone. Play can continue. Pennell. D to Duncan. Through the middle to Williams. Kicks it to the forehand, and under the entry they go. Out wide to Rasko. Rasko waiting. Shot blocked by Daniel Schmidt. To the point, Denman rolls off the wall. Back to the point. Teeter plays this one down low. Coulter breaks it up and can get the clear. Back is Brown. D to Duncan. Forward for Williams. Stutter steps at the blue line. Makes 2 miss. Out wide to Hightower. His shot hits off Zemansky's stick. Back in the corner. The Forge playing with a little bit of physicality, as we saw at the end of that second period. Chipped up by the Mobsters. Touched for Williams. As a big hit thrown by Tom Ford and answers Clay Hightower's attempt. You see, maybe if they want to go at some point. There's a lot of chirping between the benches of Hightower and Iron City as Dixon gets thrown down along the end wall. I don't think the fighting's over here, folks, as Myers has some conversations with the Mobster bench. Ossenmacher walks it in, stripped away, and Zemansky holds on to it as Hightower gets into his hands. And we're getting some penalties here as now Ford gets wrestled down to the ice. And he goes right after Ossenmacher, who drags him down. And off comes the helmet of Ford. Ossenmacher with a couple of rights. Ford, trying to get his hands free, takes him into the wall. Still wrestling. The referees will break it up as Ossenmacher takes him down. A heavyweight tilt as Ford had to answer the bell. As Ossenmacher was not messing around there. As Ossenmacher telling the Iron City bench, you picked the wrong guy to mess with, as he yanks his way to the penalty box. And a lot of japping downstairs between the two. Something we saw a lot of in Toledo in November. Just your friendly reminder, tomorrow at 1 o'clock, they'll do it again. Fresh slate and enemies to be made. Zemansky will be exiting the game here at 10-minute misconduct for him. So Iron City now without a defender for the remainder of the game, as well as Ford. So you're down to 4D. And then the slashing call as well going to Iron City. So, of course, the fight stand, and I believe an extra slash going to Iron City here. So we'll try to sort this out. Zemansky, of course, finalized 10-minute misconduct. Ford, 4-5 for fighting. Ossenmacher actually will get the extra here. So Ossenmacher, of course, with a fight and an extra. Zemansky's night is over. Ford gets a fight for Iron City. So it'll be possibly a 5-on-3 out of this, with 2 extra penalties going to the Mobsters. As we try to radio to clear that all up. And an instigator goes for Toledo. We'll try to figure who's serving that, because is that a number 91? We do not have a number 91. As now Salak and Knobloch try to talk to the referee and work this all out. We still got 9:21 to play. A lot to sort out, but it seems Iron City should be on the power play, and it will be. It'll be a 4-on-3, I believe. Or a 5-on-3. I was going to say, they had a 5th guy who was supposed to be on. Now we'll get Salak on. A chance to cause some chaos here. If Iron City can get a couple, kind of can change the trajectory this whole weekend. Schmidt on the faceoff. Be won by the Mobsters and can get the easy clear down the ice. Bounces right to the stick of Michael Jordan. Jordan across center, into the zone he rolls. Jordan waits to the top of the circle. Collects the shot, save by Steele. In the corner, Kurt Schmidt corrals it. Takes behind the net, wanting Mancini. Turns over to Pennell. Pennell spinning. Takes it behind his own net and will clear. 30 seconds gone on the penalties. Silvis leaves this off for Jordan. Jordan wanting Salak on the entry. Williams breaks it up, and Mobsters clear again. Cunningham behind the net to pick it up. Over for Jordan. Jordan crosses his own blue line now to center. Jordan holds on the backhand. Taps down low for Cunningham. Cunningham takes to the top of the circle to the point to Salak. Salak, hold it. Down for Schmidt. Schmidt walking in, shot saved by Steele. 40 seconds on the power play. Salak, holding. Goes across to Jordan. Jordan winds up, shot saved by Steele with Mancini in front. 32 seconds of the 5-on-3 until 2 Mobsters will be set free. Dixon, Coulter, Myers with Watson and Keller. Keller across for Watson. Watson winds up, shot, stays on the ground. Rebound for Coulter in front, still digging, and Steele somehow keeping it out. He just did confirmation. Clay Hightower got the extra penalty down on there for Toledo. He's the one sitting for a slash that wasn't involved in the fight. Face off won by the Mobsters. Be corralled by Toledo. And Sartor can send this one the length of the ice. On net, that one will roll. It's now 13 seconds for Iron City until back to 5-on-5. On to Watson on the entry. Back for Dixon. Cross ice to Keller. Keller shot. Save made by Steele. We'll hold on as the penalties expire. We are back to 5-on-5. Shots 41-35. 3 fights in the game. A lot of penalties in the first of 2 matchups on the weekend. Top unit comes back out. 7:20 to work with to try to negate the shutout. Dalton Teeter plays along the wall. Cunningham there. Gets spin into the wall. Schmidt digging for it. Out with it comes the Mobsters. And push this to center. Kane almost gets stood up by Keller. Hightower works to the outside. His shot comes in. A shoulder save by Silvis. Into the netting and out of play it goes. More souvenirs for the fans sitting behind Cody Silvis. Ozone face-off for Toledo. Hightower and Schmidt will go at it again. Schmidt wins it to the wall. Looking for the clear-up ice for their chipping Keller, and that'll roll into the Iron City bench. This draw will be outside the zone. And the same 2 will go at it once more. One by Hightower. Back to Teeter. Goes D-to-D to Justin Way. Quickly up for Kane. Kane to Hightower. Bouncing puck. And the Forge can clear this one. Way intercepted pass to Cunningham. Cunningham holding for Schmidt. His shot up high on the netminder Steele and makes the save. Steele, another one of those momentarily Danville dashers. We saw a lot of people throughout the FPHL make their way onto those rosters. His shot flutters on net and the save there. Rebound pops out. Backhand in the blue paint and kept out by Silvis. Toledo thought they had a gimme to make it 8-0.
Yes. 23-57.
Denman against Salak here for the face-off. Defensive zone draw. Salak pushes it forward for the Forge. Takes across center into the zone. Negates the icing. Steele wanted to come out. Back is Smith. Plays it behind the net. Up for Smith, past him. Salak at center, trying to push it back down low. And now offside is Iron City. Can't continue the chase. Here's Williams. Pushes it back for Pennell. Now up ice for Williams. Williams looking. Puts it down low, trying to go for the backdoor pass and denying it was Silvis. A bouncing puck pops free. Denman to the point for Smith. One-timer shot rolls off the wall. Pennell comes out with it. Pushes this behind the net. Off the post, a chance in front for Raska and a save by Silvis. Here's Knobloch. Pushes over for Stevens. Stevens cannot get the clear. Denman will pick it up behind the net for Toledo. It's roughed up by the newcomer Watson. Knobloch corrals now, and the Forge can finally get out of their own zone. Banks it off, wanting Stevens. This will roll on nets, and Steele will elect to cover. 3 seconds gone past the 5-minute mark. Both teams going for fresh units. Shots 48-37 in favor of Toledo. At one point, there was a tie in shots, not goals. Face-off win Coulter to the point. Mancini winds up. Saved by Steele. Bouncing puck pops free, and the Mobsters can grab it. Push up ice. Breakaway for JJ Sartor. Dangles to the outside and scores. The patience of Sartor draws Silvis out. It's 8-0 Mobsters. Sartor's 3rd of the year. As for a lot of these mobsters getting their names called in the goal sheet, we've seen a lot of unfamiliar faces for Toledo to be added on. Madrowski getting the lone assist on the goal to make it the 8-0 lead. Turnover behind the net. Coulter grabs for the forge up high to Mancini. Down low, wanting Coulter, his stick tied up. Behind the net for Dixon. In front, a bouncing puck is settled by Toledo and can clear. Madrowski sends it on net. Glove save made by Silvis. He'll hold on. 4:17 here to go. As the Forge seemingly just want to try to get one here before rematching tomorrow here at Brady's Run Ice Arena. Schmidt in the faceoff will battle Seferin. With the faceoff win is Toledo. Cunningham trying to pickpocket and move up ice and shut down quickly by Brody Duncan. Jordan tries to carry forward. Duncan there. Duncan gets met by Kurt Schmidt. Forward for Jordan. Jordan will push this all the way back. Watson looking for the home run play to Kurt Schmidt. Intercepted back to Cunningham. Back to Schmidt. Off the stick of Adam Radar, and Toledo regains possession. Brown works in. Has a shot. Silvis there to deny it. And covers up with 340. As Toledo trying to buy a call, maybe trying to get a hook or a slash or something in there. Line changes for both sides. Myers will battle on the face-off here for Iron City against Hightower. One off into the corner. Forward back on the ice after serving his fighting major. Mobsters in front, had an open net, and Hightower couldn't settle. Knobloch sprint free, sends it into the zone. Justin Way to try to clear. Myers on the half circle, takes it behind the net. Myers digging with Ford. Ford tries to play it back. Mobsters pick it off. And Nossenmacher waiting at center. Ford for the newcomer, Reese Bomey. His shot gets deflected and sails into the corner, and a big hit thrown by Daniel Schmidt. Both sides trying to dig this one out. Here's under 3 to play. As Myers trying to be the party to dig this one out, and finally does come out. Myers over to Knobloch. Gets it out of his own zone, now across center. Plays it down in the corner, wanting Myers a miscue, and the Mobsters clear. Jordan for Mancini. Barely staying on sides as Myers tried to race back. Now Raska the other way, one-on-one against Jordan. Raska pushes to the middle. Jordan with the block. Rebound cops out to Denman, is pushed wide of the net. In front, Williams has an open shot. Silvis makes the save. Rebound there, and the Forge push it out. Smith, his shot blocked. Jordan digging, and no one home offensively to take that the distance. Under 2 to play. Smith out wide for Denman, or Williams, excuse me, plays off of Myers. Jordan there to retrieve. Bolu pushes it out of the zone. Mobsters reset at center. Williams walks it for Raska. Put in front, deflect by Denman. Silvis with the save. Jordan off for Bolu. Bolu breakaway one-on-one. He scores. Denny Bolu stays hot. His 3rd goal in 2 games. And number 69 for the black and gold breaks the shutout with 1:22 to go. Michael Jordan with a beautiful feed to spring him free and steal combined shutout. Comes to an end.
What's the quick line? 69.
Schmidt off the draw. Looks to drive into the zone. Is blocked away by Duncan. Mobsters push up ice. Here's Brown. Taken away by Cunningham in the skates. Madrowski, a shot saved by Silvis. And covers up with 65 ticks to go. All the Forge happy with to end this game is at least get a goal.
Scored by number 69. Blue. Assisted by number 3. So number 45.
Cody Silvis will get a secondary assist on that one, as well as Michael Jordan with the primary. Stick save made by Silvis. Quickly played up by Watson to Cunningham, up to Schmidt. Into the zone it goes. 1 minute to go. Cunningham tied up along the wall. Keller in the dig. 2 respective bodies from each team. As the clock just kind of slowing its way down as Mobsters trying to just take this one to the zeros. Toledo across center into the zone they come. Duncan has 1 highlight reel goal, 1 almost highlight reel goal, and trying to make a third. Gets that denied. Sends it into the corner. Back to Brown. Brown shot flutters off the back of the wall. 15 seconds. Keller gets dragged down the ice by Madrowski. Pass for Brown and stopped by Silvis with 6.4 to go. There's one final face-off to seal the deal between the Mobsters and Forge, and Schmidt wins that forward, and the Mobsters will just hold on to it. And Peno actually will elect a shot and a save there by Silvis. Helps Silvis' save percentage there, but at the end, Toledo takes an 8-1 victory over the Iron City Forge, breaking a losing streak of 3 games after falling to Kalkaska 8-5, then Buffalo 10-5 and 11-3. They get back in the win column with their 3rd straight win against the Forge franchise. 55-38, the shots in favoring of Toledo. And these two will be back at it tomorrow at 1 o'clock p.m. Andrew Stocky, of course, will be in attendance, the WTA sports anchor. Maybe we'll join us in the booth, signing autographs, taking pictures, and of course, possibly on the live stream here at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, or make your way to Brady's Run Ice Arena here in Beaver, PA to watch the action yourself. To recap the game here quickly, Trevor Pennell gets the power play goal to start things off, followed up by goals by Patrick Madrowski, and then Clay Hightower, followed up by Nate Brown, Brody Duncan, Caleb Williams, a power play goal by Jay Denman, and JJ Sartor. And then the only goal for Iron City comes off the stick of Denny Bolu to make it 8-1. Mobsters take a picture to end this one with the 8 on the scoreboard in honor of their friend, number 8, Johnny Banta. You'll be missed, my friend. Rest easy. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. 1 o'clock Eastern. The Mobsters and Forge back at it again. I'm Cade McCrory saying go long. And we'll see you tomorrow afternoon. Good night, everybody.
There's one base. That's fine. Yeah.